I keep my hand on my gun. Joe's got me on the run. Now I'm back at Target waiting on the outcome.
It's like car, blood, gang banging. Everybody in the party doing weapon slanging. These mother are spitting. Welcome back, True Believers, Elite Legend, back at you guys with another G.I. Joe Classified Series video. And today we're not going to do the official, organized reaction video to the Hasbro Pulse Fan First Thursday that occurred earlier today. Earlier today being February 24th of 2022. That organized video is coming sooner than these digital renders that we saw today during the stream will be at your doorsteps. It's coming up this weekend, but right now I want to go over some of the figures that the Elite Legend saw today that inspired me to do this video. So, the first digital render, and that's true, that's right, and that's right guys, let's get our VRs ready, because we're going to take a look at the very first digital render showed off by the folks at G.I. Joe. And it was none other than the Dreadnought that nobody wants. Well, a few people want this one. But when it comes down to a list of Dreadnoughts, Zarana and her whack brother would be last on the list. However, this figure looks okay for a dude who looks a little bit like Zarana in a mid-drift jacket. So, Zarana, pre-order announcement coming up in 2024. Or maybe 2023. After they talked about Zarana, they turned their attention to Earth Tones. And a character that the Elite Legend cannot wait to have in my collection. And I'm going to thoroughly enjoy this digital render of Dusty. Little baby. The American... Dusty. Our organized reaction is coming up this weekend. So hold that thought. But let's bestow our eyes on Dusty. He doesn't have space boots, and I hope he has a soft goods helmet. Or, you know, the little tassel thing. I don't know what it's called. Mud flap. Let me know in the comments what the name of his helmet is. So Dusty with the removable goggles and glasses. I can't wait for Dusty. They also talked about IDW Publishing. They are canceling G.I. Joe and Transformers because of a thing called, what was it? Get woke, go broke. So they talked about that. I don't really care about that. They talked about the greatest virtue signaler in G.I. Joe, Mr. Larry Hama. And then Emily basically highlighted what's wrong with G.I. Joe and their marketing and their distribution. She can't even get a physical comic book in hand. She had to call 11 different comic book stores to get issue number 1 of the cartoon series of G.I. Joe. A little bit too late. But hey, Elite Legend will pick one up if I see it in the comic book store. They also talked about iconic covers that you would like to see recreated. Let me know in the comments, what iconic comic book cover do you want to see recreated? And if you follow the Elite Legend on Facebook, I started up a Facebook group called Elite Legend Toys and Collectibles. So if you do articulated comic book art and you recreated a comic book of your own, show it off in Elite Legend Toys and Collectibles. It's a public group, and I would love to have you added to the fan. Now, the next digital render that they showed off was a Crimson Guard with the sculpted dragon patch and boot pockets. This guy looks sick. I cannot wait to army build these figures in 2025. And the final digital render that they showed off was the Python Patrol Viper. And this is not just any Python Patrol Viper. They actually did a little bit of a redeco. It's not just a repaint. And this time the Viper is a brother. They didn't even mention his ethnicity. This is G.I. Joe. They love virtue signaling, and they didn't even highlight diversity amongst the Cobra Viper troops. I think that was a wasted opportunity. But I'm excited about the Python Patrol Viper coming to Elite Legends collection in 2027. And one of the cool little nuggets is they basically said this was going to be a Target exclusive without telling us it's a Target exclusive. Because as Emily said, we don't tell you about distribution. because they really don't know about distribution. Hey, facts. Now, Emily talked about fun outfit changes, and they showed off their comfy hoodies, and that'll be coming up in the organized reaction video. They also talked about Super 7 and the LOL reaction style G.I. Joe figures. And every time I see them at Target, I laugh out loud because I'm not paying $18 for a figure with 4 points of articulation. I think the point of G.I. Joe was to celebrate highly articulated action figures. But at least Super 7 gives us a file card. Things ended up getting a little bit weird. They started talking about loving a good stash, and then they showed off a digital render of Recondo. I know I said the last digital render of the stream was going to be the Viper, but I was wrong. They showed off Tiger Force Recondo. Now, the Elite Legend loves Recondo. I would have preferred a classic version of Recondo, but hey, hopefully the repaint comes down the pike, maybe in 2028. But Tiger Force Recondo is a must-have for the Elite Legend. They have suckered the Elite Legend into collecting the Tiger Force line now. They also showed off a digital render of Kama Sutra. And I know nothing about Kama Sutra, but they did say he has beautiful eyebrows and spiky hair. And I almost forgot, one of my favorite G.I. Joe characters, none other than Bazooka. Unfortunately, he's not going to be in his classic attire. He's going to be in Tiger Force attire. So I'm excited to add him to the ranks of my digitally rendered collection of Tiger Force. We got Outback, we got Recondo, and Bazooka. And I think Dookie is coming out with a repainted coil. Or a Ram Cycle. One of those two. And now for the real final digital render of the stream. We finally got our eyes on Dr. Mindbender. I told you guys that we were going to get Dr. Mindbender in the line. And you guys didn't believe me. You guys didn't. Enough. Chill Island. This is not the organized reaction video. We'll see you this weekend. For right now, let's take a look at the digital render of Dr. Mindbender. And this figure is beautiful. They even dropped some hints about Dr. Mindbender dreaming about DNA. I wonder what that could mean. Then we got a shot of live action Dr. Mindbender that works over a G.I. Joe, and he introduced us to his neighborhood. And how sick would it be to live in Dr. Mindbender's neighborhood, where there's always 6-inch action going on? But Dr. Mindbender showed off the goods. We got an actual in-hand glimpse of Stalker in his poncho. And no, we're not talking about my Uncle Julio. We actually got a glimpse of the Stalker action figure that is going up for pre-order, or actually went up for pre-order at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. The Elite Legend got mine. Let me know in the comments, did you get yours? So Stalker up for pre-order. Then we took a look at Gale and Godot, the Crimson Twins. Both were available for pre-order as well. And I love these two figures. I pre-ordered them at Hasbro Pulse. I pre-ordered them at Amazon. And I just hope they show up during the month that they're supposed to come out in May 1st. Elite Legend will be excited if that does happen. And then they finally showed off the final figures that were going to be going up for pre-order, the 3-pack of Vipers that come with blast effects. These are going to be perfect for summer shooting season in Chicago. So let the Elite Legend know in the comments, what was your favorite digital render revealed, and what's your favorite actual physical figure that you can have in your hand, hopefully at some point this year. For the Elite Legend, my favorite part of the stream was the reveal of Dr. Mindbender and Gal and Godot, the Crimson Twins. If you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you can be alerted to all of Elite Legends' next videos. Check out my G.I. Joe Classified Series playlist, Marvel Legends playlist. Follow the Elite Legend on Instagram at Elite Legend 224. And again, I have a new Facebook toy group. It's called Elite Legend Toys and Collectibles. Join me there. And until next time, make mine